dear students. In unit number 1, we are going to study about another unique topic today. So let us discuss what is given in the new topic. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the ancient monuments and modern marvels. So we are having two different points here. One is your ancient monuments and modern marvels. So here we are going to study or learn about what are the monuments, what are the structures which were happened earlier, and what are the modern marvels, yeah, modern technical structures which are being constructed and they are unique. So ancient and modern means the construction and structures or monuments which are constructed and they are very unique in their own technique. So those we are going to learn about today. So let us see first point, ancient monuments. So what does it mean? How it has been evolved from, and what is it going to be done? Or what are the consequences which gave rise to the point ancient monuments? As we know that human beings from the start were builders or in a way creators. Yes, we know that mankind, human being is a very versatile kind of a creature on the earth. So because of the human being itself, there is a lot of construction and being living is more good and peaceful over here. So we say that from all the creatures, human beings are builders and creators, having great mind. As the years went by, we learned more and more about architecture and began to emphasize more on the aesthetic side of the things. Architecture means the creativity of the mankind, which is going to give you aesthetic look. Aesthetic means very important and good looks. Next is, today we know this had happened because of the rainments of the past that still stands to tell their story. Remnants means the remains of the past. Yes, of course, the constructions, the structures, the left beings of the mankind behind is what is the remnants or remains, and we cherish it now also. In the ancient world, long distance communication was something that was barely imaginable. This meant that the continent, country, or city had to develop their own version of architecture and design language. Yes, of course, as we know that communication was a big problem in the last decades, as transportation was not so built up in the infrastructural layout. So the country has to depend upon their own construction, own architecture, own design language. Drawings we read are known as your language. Drawing is a language which tells an engineer and architects how you have to build. So this was developed in countries, cities, continents. This meant that the eastern and western parts of the world had structures and builders that were different in terms of engineering, concepts, and books. From the Ottomans and Portuguese to the British, each era added their own flair. This article is an attempt to look at ancient architectural wonders, especially from the eastern parts of the world. So we know that the world is divided into four equal parts: north, south, east, west. But when we see or when we see which country is developing more, then we come from eastern to western. So all of them are holding their own style, own techniques, own concepts of building design and architectural and structural. Then Ottomans, Portuguese, British, Americans, Australia, India also developed all these parts, and it was started from eastern parts of the world. All right, let us study next. So first ancient monument we are going to study today is the Great Wall of China. Students, I think everyone of us are aware of this Great Wall of China. You have already seen it, and you have already been learned it from the history. All right, so this is a photograph of Great Wall of China, so you can see how long it is, and it is built on the mountains, and mountains are so high here, and you can see that this is traveling kilometers, and when it is traveling kilometers, then you can see that how it was built, how many hazards have been coming over for construction of this Great Wall of China. Let us study some history of this Great Wall of China. Let's start the list off with a creation that is touted as the longest man-made building in the world. Even though the official number when it comes to its length is set at 5,500 miles, its original length is estimated at a whopping 13,170 miles. So you can see it started from 5,500 and ended to 13,170 miles. It has been found that the Great Wall of China was not just built under one destiny, but at least four different destinies during the 7th and 8th century BC. What does it mean? It took decades to build this Great Wall of China. From 7th it travels to 8th century BC before Christ. So this is to be expected as its construction lasted for at least 2500 years. So how many years? 2500 years is a big thing, big years, long term construction. So the wall was commissioned by the Emperor Qin Shi Huang, who wanted to protect China from outside forces. Alright, so the Emperor Qin Shi Huang, he started the construction of wall to protect from the surrounding enemies, and it took about 2500 years. So lot many things have been developed in this. So there is also a dark side to the Great Wall of China, as it is also referred to as the longest cemetery in the world. During the time of Qin dynasty alone, 1 million people lost their lives building the Great Wall of China. It wasn't so easy to build this wall, since it was built on the mountains and it was hold for 1 million people. So it's not a big, small thing. It's really a huge loss of mankind while building this wall. This was preliminary due to the harsh working conditions that people had to face while building the Great Wall. The next is the St. Basil's Cathedral, Russia. So this is the photograph of St. Basil's Cathedral, Russia. Students, see how colorful it is. It was built in decades long back, and it's an ancient monument and standing till right now. It looks like a castle, right? So colorful, so innovative, so architectural look was given to it, and It was constructed so good that it is having its own uniqueness, own techniques, and it's so beautiful to watch out. So let us study some theory of it. It was built in 16th century Moscow, Russia's capital. The St. Basil's Cathedral is one among the most recognizable man-made building of the world. It is also among the list of World Heritage Sites by the UNESCO. So, whatever things which are for the holy worship, then they are being given a good destiny, or you can say a name, by the UNESCO in World's Heritage Site. So these are some of uh, the holy places are there, temples are there, they are created and they are listed in the Holy Heritage Sites by UNESCO. This is one of that. The cathedral was built by Ivan the Terrible, who had sanctioned it in the year 1554. The purpose of the cathedral was to showcase the military powers that Ivan had over Russia during his reign. Alright. Next, the legend surrounding the cathedral and Ivan states that Ivan had purposefully blinded the architect so that he may not replicate the intricate design of the cathedral for any other of his works. The official name of the church is the Church of the Intercession. However, it got, it got the name the St. Basil's Cathedral after the death of Basil, a commoner who is known for his prophetic powers, who was buried in the cathedral. So even he has done such a cruel thing to the creators that he never wanted that another such type of cathedral should be built anywhere. So the workers, the creators, the architects, the designers, they were just cruelly killed, or whatever he has done with them, so that they will never ever build such type of design. The cathedral has 9 chapels and is undoubtedly the best site in the Red Square. Third, the Taj Mahal, India. I think the Taj Mahal, India, it needs no introduction. Everyone, child to the senior citizen, old ones, everyone knows what the Taj Mahal is. But let us study here now in Asian monuments. See students, how good and such a beautiful image of a Taj Mahal you can see in front of your screen, and it was built by the help of the marbles, and so fascinating, so impressive. It's just a photo. See how photographs look more beautiful, and imagine that if we see it by your own eyes, then you can see how lucky we are that we are able to see one of the 7 wonders of the world in lifetime, which is known as Taj Mahal. It was built by Shah Jahan, the emperor, Mughal emperor, for his beloved wife Mumtaz. So you can see it's such a deep love the emperor had for his love life. Let us see its small history. Taj Mahal is one among the 7 man-made wonders of the world and is something of sheer beauty made in lustrous white marble. The structure was built between the years 1631 and 1648 and was ordered as a memorial by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan to his late wife Mumtaz. So how many years it took? Nearly from 31 to 48, lot many years. All right. The Taj Mahal closely follows Islamic architecture melded with Persian and Indian design language. It is situated in Agra, India. The structure required a labor from 22,000 workers. Labor were forced, okay, to do this. Consisting of common workers and stone cutters. With such a large workforce, Taj Mahal took 17 years to finish. Taj Mahal also had many precious stones embedded in its structure. However, it is believed that most of them were cleared out and stolen by the British during the rebellion. See how cruel the Britishers were. Such a good monuments and most of the all the precious stones of the world the emperor can use has just carved in that Taj Mahal. And while the Britishers were having a rule over India, that just carved the important stones and they have taken away. So how cruel they were, right? Next is Horyuji Temple, Japan. See the photograph, how beautiful it is. Meet the world's oldest wooden temple, the Horyuji Temple, situated in the Japanese city of Nara. The temple was first constructed in 600 AD after death of Christ. However, due to the fire breakout, some parts of it were destroyed. The damaged parts of the temple were reconstructed during the time 700 to 800 AD. The Horyuji temple is the Buddhist temple that perfectly encapsulates Japanese architecture. After viewing the Horyuji temple, you will realize the most of the other Japanese structures, including homes, follow the same design language. The main attraction of the Horyuji temple is undoubtedly the five-storied wooden pagoda, which is the most ancient wooden part of all the temple structures in the area. The central pillar of the pagoda extends 3 meters below the ground, giving it central support that is strong and uncompromising. So, wooden structure construction is very difficult and it has to be protected from all the temperatures, all the seasons, winter, summer, rainy season, and termites and lot many things. So it gives its unique look. So once the firewalls break out and it was again built in 700 and 800 AD, and it is giving such a aesthetic look, and the wooden parts which were used to build the temple are such in a good position that it is standing from so many years. Of course, the maintenance has to be taken care of that temple. Next, Chand in India. Wow, so good looking Chand. So there is one, you can say a water outlet here, and to see this, how it was built, or you can say that it is a swimming pool or a bathtub for the emperors and royal families, and it was built in such a good manner. You can see it is built up of stone and everything is so much uniquely placed. It's so beautiful to watch. You can see the style of the stair, it just look like design, but if you can see it clearly, You can see that those are the steps which will take you down. Let us see the history of Chand-Bauri. Chand-Bauri, the city of brightness, is situated in India and is intricate in any angle you look at it. The Chand-Bauri was built in the 10th century as a step well. Today it is still one of the world's deepest step well. Wow. So it's a well, and you can see that it is known as step well since steps are arranged in such a fashion and it goes down for getting the water. It makes sense that the Chand-Bauri span so much into the earth's surface as it is constructed on the edge of the Thar desert, one among the hottest places in India. You can see that the well, the deepest well is built there so that all should get water. So it was designed in such a way that everyone can get the water from anywhere. And you can see it is stated that it is the hottest places in India. So the water is most important part, and that was created for getting the water. The structure has about 3,500 steps that are put together in a zigzag fashion, creating a unique symmetric that is guaranteed to make you in awe of the workmanship of an age where they had no sophisticated tools to ease the work. Yeah, absolutely. Next is Lishan Giant Buddha, China. Wow, what a beautiful image of the Buddha built in the stone. You can see how huge it is. And created in the mountains. You can see the people standing taking photographs at the step foot of the Buddha. They are not even matching the foot of the Buddha. So you can see a huge image and how unique the monument is. Let us see the history. Lishan Giant Buddha gets the name due to the fact that it is the largest carved Buddha statue in the world. The statue measures 71 meters high and has sculptured in the sitting pose facing Mount Imai. Yes, of course, if you can see. So it is facing the Mount Imai. This is the river side, and opposite to it is Mount Imai, and it's facing. It is in a sitting pose, 71 meters. That is a huge construction. And now, next, the statue is carved from a cliffside, with the project beginning in the year 713, taking 90 years for its completion. The brilliance of the ancient engineering lies in the drainage system that is built with the statue. Yeah, of course. 713, very, very long back. 90 years are the huge years for the construction, taking care of the drainage system. Yes, if the drainage is good in any structure built, then your monument or the structure remains good enough for many years. This actually helps the soil from eroding, enabling the build to stand the test of time. If the soil is good to support the structure, then only the structure is able to stand on its own firm. So this drainage system, which was built so uniquely, helps soil from eroding, corroding, rusting, so that the structure stands for many, many years. Next is Borobudur, Indonesia. Again, the structure constructed in stones and Buddha is sitting in between. So let's see. In Indonesia sits the largest Buddhist temple in the world, the Borobudur. The structure was built in the 9th century. The temple is perfectly arranged and stacked the stones to complete the temple. The Borobudur doesn't use any adhesive to keep the rocks together, even when it is high as a 10-story building. Yes, of course, the stones are arranged in such a manner and they are connected in such a way that no cementing at that time were used to just get it together. No adhesive means cementing. The connection of the stones were such a good condition and arranged and stacked in such a way that no cementing, no adhesive were used to connect them. Instead of binding compound, the stones are shaped in a certain pattern so that they interlock with each other when placed in the certain order. So interlocking, all of you know that they can fit in each other. Borobudur is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and had been restored in the years 1975 to 1982 by UNESCO and the Indonesian government after some parts of the temple had been damaged. So it was also called as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Next is Mohenjo-daro, Pakistan. A film was made on this Mohenjo-daro starring Hrithik Roshan. I hope that you have seen or not, but this is a monument which is in Pakistan, and you can see such a beautiful monument was built, and it was in acres and it was built with good architecture, design, drainage and sewage. All was given proper channels in that age of colonial era. So the reason why the Mohenjo-daro, an entire civilization, is on the list is because of its builders' ingenuity and is evident throughout their buildings. Mohenjo-daro is situated in the Indus Valley, Pakistan. The precise date of the origin of the Mohenjo-daro civilization is yet to be confirmed. No one knows its civilization when it started, but it is just a vague timeline as it is given, was from 5000 to 800 years old, positioning it as one of the oldest civilization in the world. Mohenjo-daro carried 40,000 occupants and was built on an idea of city planning. The complex yet carefully laid out sewer and drainage paths means that the Indus Valley occupants paid tremendous attention to the city's design. At that time, 5000 to 8000 years old, they had a mind of laying down the sewer and drainage line. A very, very good, you can say, position and mind structure of building such a civilization. 9 is Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Wow, what a beautiful temple. It just looks like the Indian temple, isn't it? Let us study the history. One amongst the largest religious temple in the world, the Angkor Wat was originally a Hindu temple situated in Cambodia. The temple was built in the 12th century as a place of worship dedicated to Vishnu. Just now I said that it just looked like a Hindu temple. So it is already said that built in 12th century for worship of Vishnu God. Here it was later changed into the Buddhist temple towards the end of the 12th century. Angkor Wat is recognized by the UNESCO as a World Heritage Site again. So this is the third monument UNESCO has declared as a World Heritage Site. The temple spans over 402 acres and contains numerous sculpture and statues that are in ordinance with the Hindu architecture. Sechmytsin Cathedral, Armenia. See how aesthetic look the cathedral has, and the photograph itself shows that many of the stones were used to build this cathedral. See the history. The Ismaili Zen Cathedral is believed to be the oldest cathedral in the world and is situated in Armenia. The word Zen Cathedral translates the place where the only begotten descended. The cathedral was built between 301 and 303 AD by Saint Gregory the Illuminator. The structure is made out of stone and has beautiful domes that add to its flair. The cathedral is still operational today and is presently the Armenian Apostolic Church headquarters. The Itmedzin Cathedral is also known as Armenia's Mother Church. Next, the Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. Everyone are aware of this pyramid and I just love this photograph. Such a huge pyramid, you can see people in the camels are standing here, and see how heighted it is. It's unbelievable. What a great construction they had in Egypt. It is unlikely that you have not heard about the Pyramid of Giza, the oldest of all the seven wonders of the world. The Pyramid of the Giza is built using stones, a lot of them around 2.3 million, to give an approximate figure. Oh my god, 2.3 millions and many more. So much stones. This effectively puts the pyramid's weight at 5.9 million tons. One among the many wonders of the pyramid is the mortar that was used to adhere the stones together. Even today, archaeologists and scientists cannot replicate the mortar, which was stronger than the stones themselves. See, such a good archaeologist, and scientist, engineer. Now also, we are not able to know what type of adhesive was used to bind these stones together. The Blue Mosque, Turkey. See a wonderful photograph you can see of the evening. Oh my god, it's just such a good aesthetic look it is having. Let us see what is the history of this Blue Mosque. Built in the 1600s, the Blue Mosque, as it is commonly called, is a thing of sheer beauty. The actual name of the mosque is Sultan Ahmed Mosque and was built as a place of worship. Located in Istanbul, Turkey, the mosque is a central tourist place, and the traditional Islamic architecture, coupled with Byzantine Christian elements, is a prominent throughout the structure. One among the eye-catching features of the Blue Mosque is the 5 central domes, 6 minarets, and 8 secondary domes. The hand-painted blue tiles earned the name Blue Mosque, which is again accentuated at night when the light is shown as its surface from the 5 domes. And really, it's such a good mosque. I have been to Istanbul and seen this blue mosque, sorry, and it's so beautiful it is. The photograph is just, you can say, a 10 to 15%, but when we look originally by our own eyes, it really gives so much of pleasure. As a civil engineer, lot many questions come in the mind, and so many answers were required. And I was really thrilled to see this mosque, and it was my, you can say, luck that I was able to see that one of those unique monuments. Next is the Great Sphinx, Egypt. See the monument built against the stone. One of the most recognizable architectural marvels of Egypt is undoubtedly the Great Sphinx. The Great Sphinx was not made using any sort of blocks or tiles. It was carved from the bedrock that is situated in the Giza Plateau. Okay, a huge stone was carved in a Great Sphinx. That requires very, very, very important part. The length of the Great Sphinx is measured at 73 meters with a height of 20 meters. This makes the Great Sphinx the largest single stone structure in the world. The purpose and the motive behind the construction of the Great Sphinx is still a mystery. It was built in such a way that we have to see how the architecture, how the structural things were done in the past. It's just a study right now for all the engineers. The Temple of Bacchus, Lebanon. See how good it is. It is always seen in many of the movies also, this figure, this monument. If you are familiar with the Parthenon in Athens, then you will find that both structures are very similar. However, the Temple of Bacchus is larger and has helped up pretty well over the years, well compared with the Parthenon. Situated in the Lebanon, the Temple of Bacchus was built for the wine god. However, there are still debates going on that piece of information as to whether it was built for the wine god or for the god of ecstasy. There is, however, no dispute on the fact that the Temple of Bacchus is one among the most architecturally magnificent structures in Baalbek. The Temple of Bacchus is recognized by the UNESCO as the World Heritage Site. Again, this is the fourth structure UNESCO has given a name as World Heritage Site. Next, the Great Mosque of Damascus, Syria. See what a beautiful picture with such a good design, colorful at that times. Which colors were available were, I don't know, but it has given such a good, pleasant, what you can say, good, cool-minded structure is it. Really admire such structure. The Great Mosque of Damascus, also known as the Umayyad Mosque, is the oldest standing stone mosque in the world. It was built during AD 705 through 715, commissioned by Umayyad Caliph al-Walid I. The mosque had to undergo several restoration works, but still carries the same design language from when it was built. There is large central courtyard with minarets on the sides, the Jesus minaret being the tallest. The mausoleum of the great Sultan of the Egypt and Syria, Saladin, rests in the garden outside the mosque, adding even more prominence to the mosque. So these were the 15 ancient monuments I have shown you. There are lot many ancient monuments. We have seen only 15 of it. In next class, we are going to learn about some of the modern marvels. Students, I am going to give you the first assignment in your Google Classroom very soon. So you have to just build the PPT on that assignment and you have to submit in the Google Classroom. So it is only for today. Just comment your roll number and questions in the comment box. Thank you so much. Thank you, students.